Hi friends, it's Mari. Welcome back to my channel today. I have a project here today for you for the JustNick digital cut file design team, and I am going to be creating a 12 by 12 scrapbooking layout using this gorgeous cut file called the striped target background. I love this, and I cut it at 12 by 12 on my Cameo, and I cut it from Basil marshmallow cardstock, which is pretty thick. So I set my blade to about 9 and it cut it beautifully. And I love the thickness of this particular paper for using it with the cut files. And I just like how sturdy it is. I'm just taking some of my glitter glue adhesive, and I am going to just adhere this down onto a piece of the beautiful paper from Vicki Boutin's Color Kaleidoscope collection. And what I was going for here today is kind of the idea of, or the impression of, a rainbow on my layout, but obviously a rainbow in a very different shape. And I wanted to kind of create sort of like a springy themed layout. And in that way, I wanted to use a rainbow and some floral pieces. So that's what I ended up using from Vicki's collection today. I'm going to just take my scissors and cut around the cut file. I wanted to just sort of have the inner part of that cut file for my layout. And you're going to see here that I've trimmed it out here. And I'm going to just use part of it on my layout. So you'll see how I do that here in a minute. I'm taking some Pink Fresh Studio liquid watercolors, and I'm going to run those across my white cardstock here with my brayer. It's going to just create a hint of blue, and I wanted to kind of create the impression of a sky. And so my paper actually is treated with a little bit of gesso. And so I applied that on there. I try to have some gessoed papers in my stash ready to go when I want to use some mixed media. And now I'm just taking a little small paintbrush. This is a Vicki Boutin brush, and I'm just splattering on more of that ink to create some splatters. Now I'm using this darkroom door stencil. It's the 9x6 Journey stencil. And I'm using some Schminky Fine Aqua modeling paste here. And you'll just see me scraping that through the stencil using that Vicki Boutin spatula there. And I'm going to just create that texture on the one side of my layout, because on the other side, I want that cut file to be featured there. And I love how these cut files can just be a huge part of a layout and make a layout come together so quickly. So I love how it's going to really be the feature piece besides my photograph here. And I'm just going to pop it up a little bit on some craft adhesive. So I've got that craft adhesive attached to the back, and I'll just use a little bit of that liquid glue on the craft adhesive so that it sticks to my mixed media on my paper here. I'm just using some paper weights to make that stick down. Now this is a 4x4 photograph that's a picture of myself and one of my colleagues at work. These are our Bitmojis, obviously. And she and I recently created a poster for our classroom door. We share a classroom with our Bitmojis on it. We didn't use this iconic one. We used pictures of us reading books because we're both English teachers, so pretty nerdy. But anyways, we also really loved this one, and I decided that I would document this memory because soon I'm going to be done working at that school and I'm really going to miss her. And I just wanted to do a layout about us. And that's what I'm going to be documenting here. So that's what this photo is all about, and the memory that I'm documenting with this layout. So there's the idea of the sky there that I'm continuing with, and the rainbow. And I'm going to put some flowers in my rainbow because I can. And I love these flowers. They're gorgeous. Once again, from the Vicki Boutin Color Kaleidoscope collection. These are the ephemera pieces that are the florals. And I just wanted to create a couple of floral clusters here, and just covering up kind of the edge of that cut file and where it's kind of squared off a little bit. And I thought about adding another cluster up there, but I really wanted to kind of keep the focus over to this side of the layout, just away from the rest of that cut file area. And so I'm going to just use some of the chipboard pieces for the title. It's going to say today made me laugh. And these are some of the chipboard pieces from Vicki's collection again. And I'm just going to finish that up as my title piece above my photograph there. So a lot of the die cut pieces I have popped up on some foam adhesive just to create the layers. And I did adhere my little cloud pieces up at the top there with some foam adhesive as well. But you can just see how that the cut file with that rainbow impression over to the left is just really cool. And I wanted my rainbow to be really creative. I didn't want it to just be a rainbow on the page in the normal rainbow shape. So that's why I thought this target background file would be really cool for using with that paper of Vicky's that does have the rainbow colors on it. Now I'm just going to go in with some of these puffy stickers from the collection as well and add some hearts onto my layout, and soon that is going to be it. Make sure you hop over to Nicole Noasad's cutfile shop. It's called JustNick Cutfile Shop. And I will leave a link in the description box below to the cutfile shop. She has so many gorgeous new cut files for spring and just an amazing collection. You can filter in the shop newest to oldest if you want to see the brand new files that Nicole keeps adding every week to the shop. And I really love this striped target background cut file. I think it's super cool. I am going to slow the camera down a little bit here so you can see a close-up of some sewing that I added and some splatters. And that's going to be it, guys, for my layout today. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have an amazing day, and I hope to see you here on my channel another time. Bye-bye.